Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Chris, and welcome to the next episode. In this episode, we decided to get out of the studio and go into Forest Park for the city event called Forest Park Day. It's an event thrown on by the city for all the residents of Forest Park. It's kind of like a homecoming. Anybody that used to live in Forest Park is also welcome to come back. And the watchdogs were there, so join us. Today, I'm joined with my co-host, Zach, right? And we're going to talk about the Forest Park Day parade or the event. Zach, what are your thoughts on it? What were you expecting going into it? What did you think about it before you went? What was your expectation?
I'd been to a few Forest Park days. I'd been inside some of them, like on the ground. Most of them, I just rode my e-bike around. I just like riding my e-bike back then. But it was good. I think it's a good thing for a community anytime that it's not newsworthy. So there were no main events, things happening like with the police. There were a lot of police there. I think the whole police force was there. I think it was a well put on event. Definitely had a lot of people there. As expected, early on, there weren't a lot of people. But for all y'all that got kids, for the next one next year, all these things are free. Bouncy houses, there's basketball goals set up, there's videos, video games set up and stuff. There's like 2 trailers of video game, and all these things are free. And especially at the beginning at 12 o'clock, we were there around 2, and there was not many people at all, which is again a good thing. If you got kids and you want to entertain them, go early, beat the crowd, wear them out. There's also a playground and stuff and whatnot, but I felt more comfortable earlier just because there were less people. As far as that goes, inevitably, the more people that are around, the more crazy things can happen. But I don't think anything of note happened, so that was good. I think it's a good thing for the community. Like I said, when there's no bad things attached to it. Too often we're in the news for these bad things, so I think it was good that people maybe saw a flyer for Forest Park Day or whatever and decided to come out and brave the Jonesboro and Forest Parkway corridors with all the police. So I think it was good.
I thought it was a great event. To be honest, I wasn't expecting Forest Park. Kind of impressed me with that event because I wasn't expecting it to be, I'm just being honest, that organized. The parks, we visited the parks before we went there, like a week before. It wasn't, the grass was high and everything like that. So before the event, they make sure that they cut the grass, they took out the trash, place was clean, but everything was organized. All the vendors were in a nice location, easy for you to walk up to them. So it was very well organized, and the police, I can't stand them, but they did have good police presence. They were walking around and not on their phones, except when they were fanboying out at the stage. That's the only time basically, but they did a good job with that. Yeah, it was well put on event for the community. So good job to Wells and all the other people involved in making this event possible. Yeah, so now we're gonna jump into some footage. We're gonna bring you guys outside of the studio where we're filming right now and show you where we were. So we're gonna stop, and we stopped and talked to a few of the people that were there. We didn't show you everybody, but we talked to the mayor, we talked to a few council people, just a few people that were there, and we're gonna jump right into those interviews coming up.
All right, how's it going, guys? So we're here with Councilman Gutierrez, Ward 3.
Yep.
Ward 3. What do you think about the event, Councilman?
So, hi, man. I love Forest Park Day. One of my favorite events. I love the turnout. Like, it's one of, if not the busiest event we have of the year. And it just brings people from everywhere. We can showcase performers here from Clayton County and just our beautiful park. One thing that I don't like is the litter everywhere, but, I know our people pick up after themselves, but that's something that, we've been working on.
Yeah. Okay. And what would you rate the event on a scale of 1 to 10?
10 so far. Even the rain was out here earlier, so that couldn't hold people back. So I'm glad that everybody got to stay. But everything's good. The community, is out here. The police are patrolling. Nothing's been happening. The wrestling. I grew up loving wrestling, so that was kind of my favorite part.
Okay. That's good, man. And the vendors and everything like that. Have you had a chance to have any food yet or anything?
No food yet. I caught this hat, so I'm happy with the hat. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know if I might get a chance, but I want to shout you guys out. I appreciate what you're doing. I think when the public and the citizens take ownership of things, it brings more transparency and accountability to us, and it motivates more people to run for office and vote. We need a bigger voter turnout here. It's not fair that less than, a small percentage of the community gets to decide who's in charge and run this $46 million budget. So thank you for what you guys do.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. Zach, you want to add anything to it? Any questions?
You gonna wrestle later? No, they didn't let me in this time.
Okay. All right, guys. There you have it. Councilman Hector Gutierrez, Ward 3. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay. All right. So we've stopped somebody here, Ruben, and he's here at the event. Ruben, how's the event going so far?
Man, the event is very, very peaceful. I love it. Very pop energy, a lot of familiar faces. I'm glad I'm here. It's a good experience, and I'll be coming back next year when they have it again.
Okay. All right. What's do you bring your family or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yes, sir. I brought my girlfriend, and then my family will come out later on. It's a little bit too hot for them, so they'll come out a little bit later on, maybe like around 5 or 6, and we're gonna be here all day till it closes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Anything you're looking forward to? Because they're doing music. They're doing all different types of events. Anything that you're looking forward to?
No, just the funnel cake, the food, and peace and positivity. That's all I care about. That's all I care about.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. There you have it. We spoke to somebody that is at the event. He approves of it. So Forest Park, you're doing something right here. Thank you. We'll get on with the video. All right. So I'm here with Tracy. We're here at Forest Park Day. What do you think about the event, Miss Tracy?
I think this event was outstanding. It's a great opportunity to bring the community together. What's all that's going on in the world today, to bring the community together and just be able to have a good community outreach day.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Okay. Yeah. That's what people are saying as well. Do you feel safe with everything that's going on with the police and everything like that?
Oh, definitely. I feel safe. Officer presence is everywhere. Each and every officer coming around speaking to the vendors, staying with the kids, interacting with the community. This is Starr Park.
Oh, good. All right.
This is what it is.
All right. And is this your first?
My first time doing Forest Park Day as a vendor. Yes, it is.
Okay. And would you be coming back to the event?
I would like to come back to Forest Park Day. I'm sure next year's going to be bigger and better.
No, okay. All right. There you have it, guys. Spoke to Tracy, and she approves. So City of Forest Park, you're doing a good job, and we look forward to more from you guys. All right, guys, we are here with Akins Wells, councilwoman of Ward 4. We ran into her, and we just wanted to stop and ask her some questions, and let's get right into it. So tell us about this event, Ms. Wells. What is it about, and why'd you decide to put it on?
Okay. So when I first got in office, it wasn't me. It was actually a small community in Forest Park called Rosetown Day. The city had done away with it for a couple of years before I got in. I said, well, let's bring it back and make this Forest Park Day for everybody. So the community comes together, fellowship, and just have a good time. And that's what we did. I think we've been doing it for the last 12, 13 years now.
Oh, yeah. The reception so far has been good. I've talked to a lot of people. Everybody likes it, and they feel welcome here to come back. Can you tell us more about your involvement? What have you organized with? Did you get the police, or did you tell us a little bit more about your involvement with this?
So we want to make police main thing. We want to make sure everybody's secure, because anything can happen anywhere. Tanisha and Andre, the council aide, they hear my vision, know what I want to do, and they make it happen. So we work with everybody. Parks and Rec, department. We work for them. I wouldn't be able to do it. And Danny Nagels, a kid who grew up in Forest Park, who's now an attorney. He's sponsored too. He's Forest Park, and he puts back into his community sponsors thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Feed 2,000 people every time. It's just amazing. It's just a way to bring the community together.
Okay. All right. And the vendors, if you talk to me about the vendors, basically, if you're a vendor and you want to be a part of something like this, how do they get involved?
Yeah. So you have to sign up to be on our vendors list. Anytime there's an event, you'll receive an email letting you know what event is available, and if you want to participate, you can. Sometimes there's a vendor fee. Sometimes we just ask to donate towards the giveaways and other events. But that's it. They hear about it. They want to be a part of it, and we make it easy for them to do that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Zach, do you have any questions? The guy behind the camera.
What year is it?
I think don't quote me, but I think it's year 13 that I've taken it over. Mm-hmm.
And so like all the events, the basketball, video stuff, is that free for people?
Yes, absolutely. That's part of what Danny Nagel sponsor. The bouncy houses, food trucks, you just come up with your ticket, you get free food. That's up to 2,000 people. The game to everything is free for the kids.
Now, how do I wrestle later?
You just let me know you want to get up there. We can do a skit. We can do something.
I ain't gonna be wrestling.
But the wrestling show is amazing. Like the kids and adults love it. I normally get in the ring, but I don't think I'm getting it. Y'all put me in the ring. I don't want to get back in it.
Oh, yeah, that was good enough, huh?
That was good enough. That was so funny. That was funny. Absolutely amazing though. I appreciate y'all. Like I appreciate you all being a voice for the community, whether it's good or bad. We can be on this side of the line, this side. It doesn't matter. Like you gotta hold up accountable. So I don't mind. So I appreciate y'all doing y'all do.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for talking. Like I said, positive stuff. This is a good event. We're proud of it. You know, we're great that you hosted. You know, your name's all this stuff. We like this.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank y'all.
We're out here with Pledge to Stand Up, just giving people a register to vote so that they can know that they're fighting and using their opportunity, using their power. Your power is in the vote. Your power is in the vote. Again, your power is in the vote. If you're not voting, it's like you're leaving the supermarket with all the vegetables, all the produce on the table, and you still living. It doesn't make sense. You're already paying your tax. You got to make sure you exercise your rights, which come with you voting. Peace.
Yeah. So what's up, y'all? So yeah, like you said, don't forget to go out there and vote. Early voting starts November 21st. First day of election day is December 1st. So don't forget to go out there. You got the governor, you got the mayor, you got everything in your county and the state. So yeah, don't forget to go out there. Again, we're Georgia Stand Up. And yeah, stand up and vote.
Now that you've seen some of the interviews with some of the people that were there, council people and some of the vendors, we also want to show you some of the bouncy houses and some of the things that the kids really had a good time with. Me and Zach, we were joking, and I feel funny about calling it bouncy house. I'm an adult. There should be an adult name for bouncy houses. I shouldn't be saying that at this age, but you know. All right.
Bouncy houses. I keep telling them that's what they are. Like, it's weird if you be like, I want to go bouncy in the bouncy houses. That would be weird, but they are called bouncy houses, man. That's what they're called. Let it go. Let it go.
All right, guys, we're gonna roll the clip of the bouncy houses. All right.
You said it again.
Behind me, you have bouncy houses for kids, and the kids are really enjoying themselves. Basically, to my right, we have gamers going on playing their videos as well, so the teenagers can really enjoy themselves. You know, if you come with me, you can see for yourself. Just playing all different types of games here. So, like I said, there's something just for everybody. The kids, teenagers, and we're gonna show you some adult stuff as well. All right, join me. So here we are. Here's some of the things for the adults. So if you want something to drink, you know, liquor or something refreshing, you can stop by and get something right here.
All right, guys. So now you guys see what the event was like. You got to see the setup, talk to the patrons, the vendors, all the different activities that they had there. Zach, what's your final take on everything? What do you think about it? What do you think they could have just done better, or everything like that? What do you think about the event at the end of the day?
Well, like I said, I'm going to remain positive. Like I told Wells, I think we can criticize it at anything. I think some people have criticized some things online. That's fine. I want to stay true to what I told her. And my only, I guess, let's say two criticisms would be the weather. You know, I know you can't control the weather, but the middle of August, oh my God, it was just brutally hot. It was just so hot. That may be one thing, switch it to October, but she's the one that got it from whenever it was already happening. So maybe August was when it was, or maybe she just thought that was a better time at the time. You can't control the weather, so she picked it for a reason, but oh my God, it was so hot for me. I probably got some sunburn or something, and there were a lot of police there. if I wasn't paranoid by the Forest Park police. Maybe if it was Clayton County cops, I would feel safer. But anyway, those are my criticisms because of what I've been through. But I think again, it was good for the community. There was nothing negative that I saw that happened, or I don't think there was really a negative slant you could put to it that would like stick. Everybody can have criticisms, but overall, I think it was a good thing.
Yeah. Likewise, I don't really have too much criticism. I think it's a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Like I said, well run, well planned out. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed that the council members were able to come up and talk. Not all council members were there. It's fine. But they were the ones that were there. They were friendly. Police, for the most part, the ones that we talked to, at least, some of them were friendly. They took the time to speak to us. Parking wasn't an issue too much. It wasn't too much of an issue. Yeah, I feel like there was always some place to park, and I appreciate the police not making a big deal about if you double parked or whatnot. So that was good. Yeah, the event was like it was top notch. I actually think that the city needs to do more of it. I think that they need to do it like more often and get everybody together. And overall, like I said, job well done by the city of Forest Park. So
something you did mention that I do want to touch base on. You did mention the counselors that we saw, the council members that we saw were good sport. The mayor came up. We were in front of the stage and we're just overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by the sound at that moment. So I didn't think to ask her to do an interview or whatnot. We should have asked her. She didn't say she wouldn't. So we don't have her specifically because she said she wouldn't. It was more so we neglected to ask because we were talking to someone actually who didn't want to be on camera. So it just escaped our mind. But anyway, Wells, put it on. Congrats to her for putting on a successful event. We thank her for being a good sport. I said to someone else that she is and was and has been my favorite council member for a while. Thank her for being a good sport and coming up. She realizes that sometimes we may, in the future, we don't have anything planned, but who knows what the future holds. But she may be the subject of one of these videos, or we may poke fun at her, or we may criticize her. And she said specifically, "Oh, I know Zach Parker. I know what he'll do, whatever." And then Hector also, who I think I may have criticized, and I'm going to criticize again, but he would be my second favorite member of the group, so to speak. He came up and spoke, but like Chris mentioned, I do want to sort of point out, now we can't say that they weren't there for sure, because we didn't see everybody there. There were a bunch of people, but we didn't see James. We didn't see Gunn, who lives right across the street. We didn't see Mears. Right, he was asleep. It was his nap time. And Gefkin, that would have been interesting to see out there. But anyway, Gefkin, I wouldn't necessarily expect to be there, to be honest, because he's new and he's also the city manager. That's more like his main job. But honestly, I am disappointed if James, Gunn, and Mears didn't show up at all. It's a Forest Park day. It should be a day where we unite and we all come together. That's again why I'm just trying to stay positive in these videos. My criticisms are sort of more funny than real, and I think it is a shame that they didn't come out. I do feel, and me and Chris have talked about it before, that unfortunately the way the council is and the cliques that they are, it feels like we're never going to progress, because if one section or one clique is for something, then the other one by default is against it. That one can't see a positive outcome from one of the other's suggestions or ideas, and that's a shame. And I do think that's a lot of the reason why we're in what we're in. If we had, in my opinion, council members who did care about the city more than themselves, and then they would have showed up to someone else's event and tried to make it a good event as well for the city, because that's the best thing for the city. It may not be the best thing for them because they didn't put it on or they didn't come up with the idea or whatever, but they can still come and show support for the city for what that council member has accomplished. Because, she said some other names. I think it's in her video. Tanisha helped. The other guy, I think, that was awarded the other night helped. Sorry, I'm Andre. So those two, Wells, put a lot of all the vendors, the coordination, all the police officers, all the acts, the wrestling. You don't just put that together in a few days. That's something that takes some time and some effort and some care. And, it's in poor taste. If James, Gunn, and Mears didn't show up, just think it's poor taste.
No, I agree with you. Now that you're saying it, you're right. Even if you don't get along with the other person, still show up and support what they've accomplished, because it's all about showing that we're one Forest Park, so to speak. And we can put our differences aside. Right? We could put our differences aside and come out and have some fun. Zach wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna say this. Only other critique, like I said, I love the event, right? But I have to say this, just Wells, if you're watching this or whoever's responsible for this part of it. The music, right? You got to understand that Forest Park is made up of different people, different ages, different ethnicities. I'm from the Caribbean, Hector Latino. I wanted to hear some, some salsa or something, like get the DJ to throw some different flavor in the mix, basically, so everybody can enjoy themselves. I was there for like hours
instead of one Forest Park, one love, right?
Yeah. Put on some Bob Marley or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, let me, but that'll be my only thing, I mean, just DJ, just remember, you have to serve your crowd, and your crowd has different taste. You have the Caribbeans, you have the Latinos. Put on some stuff from 1960, put on some stuff because they were.
That was my thing.
Seniors.
Yeah, that was my thing. I felt like it was pointed towards the younger group. And that was a criticism I wasn't going to bring up, but you started it. But, and Wells, she did say that Fun Friday was for the adult crowd and this is a different crowd. But, I mean, there was, the DJ was good, I think, and he started early. He was going at 12, as far as I know. We got there at 2. But during that time, at least from 12 until 5, I think the wrestling started. And really from 12 to 5, it was an unstructured just DJ playlist. And we weren't there for the whole thing, but it did seem like it was all 90s. It was the earliest, and there wasn't much of that. I mean, I did hear some Juvenile, and I heard some White Tea and some shit that made me start wanting to dance from my, generation, I guess. And then I heard some stuff that I knew from like the Travis Porter and the Rich Kids from when I was doing the music at the high school I taught at. So but it seemed to me like it was a younger crowd when it was pointed to, when, there were people of all ages. And I think it would have been good for all different age ranges. Some jazz at some points, I mean, you can do different, like you mentioned, even ethnicities music, and they still be bangers. Like, I mean, people have heard certain things from the Caribbean, you know what I mean? And they would start dancing. You heard Latino music, and you just know it. There's bangers that they could have played where people would have still known it and be jamming, and it wouldn't be like, what the hell is this? Yeah, I mean, that is something that is relevant.
Yeah, that would be my only critique. Good DJ. I'm not taking nothing away from the DJ. Great DJ, right? Professional, did his thing, but I would just want to hear a little bit more of other music, basically, that like Zach said, it's just bangers, basically, I mean, whether you're white, black, or whatever, right? Latino, that song. It was a big song. Put on some Britney Spears, you know what I mean? Like, what? No, Britney Spears.
I mean, what's that? Is that Toxic or something?
All right. What? Oops, I did it again.
No, maybe like not even Toxic. It would have to be like a mashup or something. No, not some Britney Spears. Come on now, have some class.
Hey. Britney Spears, some Usher, like some 2003 R&B, like. All right.
I mean, maybe, they could, if you were looking for some white music, I don't know what recommendations to have. That's what you're asking for. Like some Maroon 5, like one song or something. And I'm thinking more like, I don't even know, but with Caribbean, you definitely got a lot of places to go. With Latino music, again, I mean, there's a wide range of Latino artists, but I don't know, if you were asking me for some pop from my generation, I wouldn't even know. I don't know what they would play. Like, I listen to alternative music. But yeah, even some of that, like stuff basically that, I mean, you might even hear at sports arenas, you know what I mean? That sort of vibe. And like I said, I used to play the music at the high school. So like that sort of vibe where it just comes on and you know the song from other avenues. Not necessarily you listen to 99X back in the 90s, but they've just been played at other venues because they are bangers. Like you just hear the song, you're just like, yeah, I want to dance.
It's a song. Like, I'm from Jersey, originally, but moved down from Jersey to here. 50 Cent, Jay-Z, like that type of song. I know we're in Georgia and everything like that.
Yeah, they don't need to play in New York. They don't need to be blasting New York.
Yeah, which is crazy. New York doesn't do that to Southern music. The music that's down here is playing up there.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
we digressing now. It's just the music. We have a music talk.
Yeah. sorry, but overall, guys, it was a great event, and good job, Wells, and all the other people involved. Shout out to Danny Nagel that sponsored it.
Who got his own podcast, you said? We can plug his podcast.
Yeah, Clayco Till I Die podcast. Make sure you guys check that out. And shout out to Tanisha and Andre, the council aide. I know you guys do a lot of work behind the scenes. Thank you for all the work that you guys do. And everybody else that we haven't met yet or are responsible for this event. Kudos to you. Good job. So Starr Park, thanks for putting this on. And the Watchdogs enjoyed themselves. We'll see you guys next week with another episode. Thank you. Take care.